on YouTube? It's your girl Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. But today I have a very special guest with me. My dear friend Kirsten
Hi.
is on the line today. We are going to be talking about the season finale of Insecure. Woo, baby. Listen. What were your first thoughts, Kirsten? Say hi to the people, Kirsten. Say hi.
Hi, people. At the end, I was like, why can't y'all just let love win? Why can't y'all just have love somewhere? Just happiness and cohesiveness in the world. Everything's right. And y'all don't want to be. Y'all don't want happiness.
It's like we knew that they weren't gonna make it easy for us. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, I know it's not gonna be easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I knew they weren't gonna give us the fairy tale ending, but I didn't want it to be this way.
Neither did I.
Want it to be this way. We can just start with like the main event, the ending.
Look, I wanted her to do the back and forth with Lawrence in San Francisco, and I wanted him to have that high-powered job, and everything to be like firing up and doing great things together. And then they were just like, "Hey, here's a baby, but it's not yours, Issa, but it is Lawrence's. But it's not yours. It's Lawrence's." We were not butchering her name before, and now I can't get it right.
No, condolences,
Nola. Damn it.
Condolences, canola oil, Condoleezza.
I wasn't trying to butcher her name. I just think you're just mean.
Listen, Black Twitter has taken over, honey. Her name is no longer Condola. What else did I see? Someone said Condola virus.
Wait.
She and Corona, they got something in common.
I have to fully laugh at that.
They both came in and effed up 2020 for us, okay? Okay.
So many things came, like, I love those memes that are, what is it? Love at first sight, or what was that? That TV right when the coronavirus hit.
Yes, love it.
Like if coronavirus was a relationship and it was that one toxic lady that's like, I'm 10 years older than you. I'm 10 years older.
Oh my gosh. I did not really watch that mess. I watched a couple episodes, but
I watched the whole damn thing.
Another time, because I can't believe you sat through that painful experience.
Sit through it. I had nowhere to go. It was online. I was on lockdown.
Okay, we can do this all day. Listen, back to condolences.
Okay, so it's her baby. It's not Issa's baby. And so now, like, you can do a lot. You can work through a lot. You can work through long distance. You can work through differences of religion. You can work through all the things. But I'm going to go ahead and say it's universal when the man you're trying to rebuild with has now created a life with a whole nother woman that he may not be trying to rebuild with, but that baby comes first. The snoring in the background is my dog.
I can't even hear him. But that was my question I was going to ask, like, for both of us is, like, if you were in that situation, do you think, that's a loaded situation.
Ooh, fix it, Jesus.
Do you think,
I'm not that good of a person. I'm going to tell you right now.
But in real life, people do this shit happens all the time. Like, we see it all the time where people have a baby and they don't necessarily, they're not together.
Yeah, that's
like, it's a huge pill to swallow. So I'm not sitting here saying I would just be like, okay, I'm on board. Like, it would take me a minute to truly digest everything. And I would have to assess what life looks like once the child arrived.
You won't know that until the baby's there. And that changes from day to day.
Yeah.
Week to week, whatever you want to call it. That changes. It also, you know, as a person who like, I like kids, and if you already have kids, I'm like, okay, you already have these babies. You and your significant other, or sorry, you and their parent, have now figured out how to navigate things, or are already on a path to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of a baby's life, that is not easy, especially when y'all have just broken up.
Yeah,
So there could be feelings that come up from there.
that's true.
It's like the game.
Exactly like the game.
It's like the game.
Derwin and Melanie.
Melanie and Derwin got back together, were building their life, getting everything going, and then Derwin, although Derwin was dirty, Derwin was not okay. Cheating on what's that girl's name with Melanie, and then getting back together with her, because there's always going to be that moment of this person has something that you will never have.
Yeah,
you were supposed to be that person. Like, you were his love, you were his whatever, for however many years
together. We're considering marriage at one point. Like, Condola's gonna have Lawrence's child, his first child.
And that child is going to have his heart more than you ever will.
Damn. I didn't process all that.
Babies.
And I think Lawrence, from his character, he's gonna be a good dad.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? I don't like condolences right now, but I appreciate.
Okay, why don't you like her? What did she do to you?
I'm just being a hater right now because she fucked up the situation. That's all. But
I want a situation to be as good as possible. But
what I appreciate,
do anything?
No,
specifically to be like,
why I don't like her. I can get to why I started disliking, because I actually liked her a lot in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But let me give her kudos though. I appreciated her realness in the moment of like, look, this is not ideal. Wait, let me go back. She said one dumb thing and I did not understand it.
Okay.
She said, when I was married, now again, we don't know a lot about her ex-husband.
Okay.
When she said, when I wasn't ready to have kids with Mark, but now I'm ready. Bitch, you was in a whole marriage and you wasn't ready. But you ready to pop a kid with the dude you barely been with, who you weren't even wanting to be serious with?
Sometimes it's not about the man. Sometimes it's about where you are in your life. So Mark, Lord knows, could have been, I don't even know if his name was Mark. I was really just gut punched by the fact that
I remember
whole pregnant by Lawrence. But he could have not been in the best mindset with Mark. Mark could have not been a good guy to have a baby with.
Yeah.
So you can't be mad at her for being like, even though I'm not in a relationship with you, but I know in my heart I want this child. There's a difference in like knowing and the clarity of having that.
That's true.
So, I don't need to be with you. I don't need to be with you. I don't need to be with my ex-husband. I'm having this child because I love this child outside of you.
Right. I appreciate her realness. I appreciate her being like, look, this was not ideal for me.
Also, that baby gonna be beautiful. So I'm
you can be as involved as you want. If not, I don't. Mm-hmm. I appreciated her acknowledging that and being like, look, I would love for you to be involved. If not, I'm good. Like, but knowing Lawrence, I feel like he's gonna be involved.
Well, yeah.
I think he's gonna be involved. He ain't gonna be no dad.
That conversation is just her saying, "Here's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm gonna do. This is the little soul that I'm going to bring into the world that is connected to you."
Right.
And if you don't want to be involved, you don't have to be involved. But if you're gonna be involved, you're gonna stay involved. There's no back and forth. There's no in and out. And Lawrence doesn't strike me as the guy that would do that.
Yeah.
But I believe that there are conversations where there's like you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know where this man's going to be. And Lawrence had a good question. Why are you keeping it if you're not with me? You don't want me. She said she doesn't want him. Even before he got back together with Issa and he was trying to be like boyfriend of the year.
That's an assumption. My assumption was that the breakup was more her. We don't really know.
No, it was. It was. They were in two different places. You do know. He fixed her whole house. He invited her, not her whole house, but like he tried to
The sink.
He invited himself to be a boyfriend on display. He, was doing things that he wanted to be in a relationship with her, and she didn't want to be in a relationship. She had just gotten out of being married. He had his hoe phase or burning through women phase, whatever you want to call it. So now he's like, this woman is intelligent. She is beautiful. She's got a complicated name that no one ever hears. He wanted that to be his next relationship.
Yeah.
He just didn't want that. And I respect people for being able to say, despite, there's always that need in I think it's mainly put on women, where it's like, this guy checks all the boxes, but why don't you like him? Well, girl, you ain't gonna get another man, so you might as well stay with the one you got. So I respect Condola.
Condola.
I don't want to mess up that woman's name.
Condolences, Condola oil.
You gonna put some respect on that woman's name. She is with child.
I ain't got no respect.
That she was like, I see you, I hear you, but you're not what I want in this moment.
I don't know that. I really don't know.
She didn't know later. Look, I am sure there are some bonding moments.
Condola oil was also giving mixed signals. Listen, they both were at fault. They both were at fault because they were enjoying the moment and they did not have that conversation and they were both going off of assumptions. So I don't think she's more wrong than him and I don't think he's more wrong than her. And to me, we don't know where that conversation left off, and then it was mixed signals because it's like, sis, if you don't really care, then all these questions about, would you still be with Issa if she didn't cheat? Come on.
That's got to be behind you. We have both been in relationships where it's like, okay, why don't you talk about your ex? Did you murder them? You hate them? Did you do something to this girl? Can I interview them to find out if you make sense for me to be with you? So it's like, but that is a real question. Like, would you?
It is. But I feel like if you are putting off now that you don't want anything serious, why are you grilling him about his ex? It's
like deflection, protection.
Could be.
Or maybe that was a feeling she was getting.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she didn't truly invest. Because if she's in business with Issa, and their friendship circle never shifted.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Issa still hangs out with the same people that Lawrence hangs out with.
Friends, which Condola brought up.
There's no separation really, besides the fact that you're no longer with Issa. But 5 years is a lot to walk away from.
Yeah,
on a clean slate. So I think that a part of her question was deflection and also reasons why. She was the reason I checked out. But I think that's a good part of it. That's a huge part of the reason.
Yeah.
You could feel someone already half out the door, half in. You're a relationship guy with me, but do you want to have a relationship with me or are you just a relationship guy?
Touche. Okay.
That's right. I'm going to defend Condola. I'm going to defend that woman.
I defend her sometimes. She ain't. Let me tell you what put me off with her. Was how she treated Issa. Okay. I did not like what she did to Issa. I thought that was effed up on so many levels. Bitch, put aside the fact that first of all, if anybody should feel away, it should be Issa because she's got longer history with Lawrence than Condola. Okay? So I don't feel like Condola should be having a bigger attitude about it than Issa. That's just me personally. 2, put all that shit to the side. Like when it comes to work and business, be professional. That was so messed up. Her ghosting her. Like at the 11th hour, like the week of the event, your ghost. Gone. Bye. dry, disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Are you missing? Are you with Latoya missing? Where are you? Where were you? Where was she? Okay, we didn't know. And then you want to pop up and be like, hi. And then even then, Issa was still trying to be nice and leave it kind of open-ended, like, you know, I guess I'll see you around, right? You want to be like, yeah. Like, I fuck Condola. I did not, that turned me off so bad because I really liked her in the beginning. I really did like her. But when she did that to Issa with the block party, I thought that was whack.
Yes. So her checking out for the block party was messed up.
She lost me there.
There's I don't have any real defense for her in that.
Yeah, I didn't like it. So she lost me there.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If your good friend somehow set up or facilitated
hey, I know what you're getting at. Go ahead.
your ex getting with one of her friends, how close are y'all friends, and is it too soon to say that I'll fight you?
So I actually addressed this in one of my YouTube videos.
Okay.
This was the beginning of the season. I addressed it and I said I was very surprised that in the script they never wrote any type of like argument or anything between Issa and Tiffany.
Okay.
I felt like Tiffany got off way too easy. To me, that was a huge violation of girl code.
Okay.
And, you know, I understand that within the friend group of the four of them, that being Issa, Molly, Tiffany, and Kelly, I understand they're a group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be real. Issa and Molly are this. Kelly and Tiffany are this, right? They're the besties, but they're a group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like they're friends, but like Issa and Molly's loyalty are to each other, and Kelly and Tiffany's loyalty are to each other. Like, I don't feel like Tiffany would have ever done it to Kelly. So I think it's messed up that she did it to Issa. And I'm just surprised that that was never a conversation. Like, I'm just so surprised that they never had that dialogue, like, amongst the girls. I just thought that was weird. I just thought it was weird.
I can respect that.
I just thought it was weird. Like, we're just gonna like act like you didn't just do that, and
or have a partner, have a hand in it, or have a hand in it in some way.
What do you mean?
Like, she just didn't really acknowledge that they were friends to begin with.
You mean Tiffany's character?
Yes.
Like acknowledging enough of their friendship.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't realize how she knew Condola, because
let me bring it back. Let me bring it back, because to me it's messed up. Tiffany linked Issa and Condola because Tiffany knew Condola's work background and she knew what Issa was trying to accomplish. So she linked them two up on some like, yeah, y'all should connect, network, you know, maybe work. She initiated that. So to me, that is what makes it even more messed up. Not only did you pass my ex of 5 years to some chick, you then also introduced me to that chick on some like networking business type thing, knowing that we probably could collab and end up forming a work relationship. Because that scene when when Tiffany came in and they were having a meeting, or Issa was at Condola's office, she was like, oh, the flowers from the person that I thought it was a one-time date. Didn't think it was going to have any type of significance. Like, that's too much. You knew too much.
Yes.
And whether or not you thought it was going to be a hit it and quit it or a one-time date, you don't do that to your girlfriend. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Even though it's Issa, Molly, Tiffany, Kelly, they are still too close for that.
I agree.
It was like they don't hang out like they do. They don't go on vacations the way they do.
Right.
Kind of say, okay, that's fine, but no.
Yeah, that's why it's weird to me. Like, I just wish they wrote that a little bit different. Just a little bit. But last question before we move on. Prediction for next season. Do you think Lawrence is going to stay in LA, or do you think he's going to still move to San Fran for that job?
I think the Lawrence storyline is done.
Done? No.
Yeah, I think it's done.
No. They're going to have to show us something about him.
I think it's going to be like a episode. One second.
Uh-oh. Is connection bad?
No, it's fine. Someone sent me a text. It was a work thing.
Okay.
But so I think they're gonna, like, Issa's gonna talk to Lawrence when he moved to San Francisco for a little bit, like just out of like friendship, or he may check on her.
Yeah.
I think this is where Issa needs to move on. That's the final push.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't want it, but no, not even in the space of them two. I mean, with the baby situation, do you even think he's still gonna move, or do you think he's gonna stay?
Now,
I don't know.
like we said, it's just a 45-minute airplane.
True.
45-minute flight.
Yeah.
So he could, because he's going to be making more money and it's going to be a better situation. And since he's not with the mom, he can go back and forth and do custody that way and stay with one of his friends or rent a hotel or do all of that. Yeah, being apart from your kid is probably really hard.
Yeah.
Especially in the developmental stages, and like you want them to know you.
Of course.
So I think he is going to take the job. Yeah, that's what I think will happen.
Okay. We shall see. We shall see. So we are going to move on to Molly and Andrew, honey. Molly and Andrew.
Andrew tried, okay? Andrew tried.
Andrew really tried, man.
He was adorable. He was accommodating.
Oh.
He was kind.
I was rooting for him. I was rooting for him.
I was rooting for them. Like, Molly needed someone to, like, but I think that's also where you're, as a human being, you're so caught up in the rat race of, I'm single, I need to defend my own this, I need to do my own that, and be independent with everything. But when someone that could be a significant other and be a good partner come into your life, sometimes it's hard to see that. It's hard to stop defending yourself so much.
Molly was not there yet mentally.
No, she was not.
Molly needs help.
Molly needs a therapist.
Her therapist literally, listen, that person was everything last episode. And Molly still walked away an asshole.
This can tell you exactly what you need to hear, but if you don't actually listen, you're not going to receive any of it.
So she confused, like, listen, I don't even want to go, listen, I don't know. She confused me last episode because when she sat on that therapist couch and she said, I forget what the question was, but her response was, well, yeah, Issa's my best friend. But then when you get in front of Issa, you treat her like a dog in the street. It was too, and the therapist said it. Do you want the relationship or do you want to be right? And Molly just, girl, you always have to be right about everything. And it's with every relationship. And her trying to cut off Issa because she thought it was Issa, girl, no. She's the issue. You're the issue. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Their
I finally realized
directions is the issue.
Sorry?
they grew in separate directions. Molly was very much used to Issa being a hot mess on all counts from the start of the show.
Yeah.
Issa's in a relationship she's not happy with. Issa's got a job she's not happy with. Molly's got this job that she's great at, and she's moving up the corporate ladder, and she's, able to switch from firm to firm and still excel. The only place that Molly faltered at was relationship-wise. And now Molly's got the job and the man. But I don't think Molly took the time to reevaluate who she was to be able to have the man and the job and be able to function in a healthy space with both of them.
Molly's got a lot of work to do. I don't even know. She just, it's so many layers to it. And when the therapist was running off all the examples, all the names that she named in that session, I was like, yes, like it's always somebody else. And the therapist said it. She was like, is there anything you think you could have done differently, or maybe any area maybe you were wrong? And she was like, nope, I'm perfect. And I just like, that is why I could never, I don't know. A person like Molly, because I'm such a, I give people benefit of the doubt, because I feel like I'm such a, I'll meet you halfway type person. My personality, it would be very hard for me to be friends with someone like Molly, who is a shark, who is extremely rigid, who it's her way or the highway. My personality, I can't with anybody who thinks that they are just superior to any other person, any other thought process, I can't. She's got fun things about her. Everybody has great things about them. So everybody's got a little bit of good in them, but that trait of hers, and because it transcends throughout everything, all her relationships, it's too much for me. Like Andrew said, shouldn't be this hard, boo-boo. Shouldn't be this hard. It's too hard. And, somewhere in the season, I was rooting for her because I actually forget exactly what it was. But at one moment, I saw a little bit of growth in her. Oh, in the beginning of the season, they showed some growth when the first episode, when they went to Issa's, what was that? The event she had in order to get like money for the recording stuff. The mixer. Yeah. When she overreacted, when Andrew was like, yeah, I'm dating other people as well. Nothing serious, but I'm still out there. When they split up that night, she texted him back saying, you know what, my bad. I think I'm actually liking you more than I thought I would. When she communicated that, I was like, okay, Molly, communication, I see it. So she had some growth, but it just went downhill. So, I don't hate the girl. I hope she does grow next season because I saw some potential. But I
mean, Andrew asked a good question. Is this even what she really wants? Like she was begging for him to stay.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. Like, I didn't get it. I didn't get if he meant, are you fighting because you just want to be in a relationship, or are you actually fighting for me and you because you want us to be together? Is that what he meant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, in my opinion, he was saying like, okay, you put up all this fight for so much. You fight for everything. Are you fighting me on this because it wasn't your idea originally? Or are you fighting me on this because this is not what you actually want?
I guess I was confused. I don't know what about it confuses me with him asking that. Like, if Issa asked it, it would have made sense, because to me, Issa knows more about Molly's history, and Issa knows how hard Molly has wanted to be in a committed long-term relationship. So when Andrew asked it, I didn't get it when he was like, what are you fighting for? Like, I just, obviously for our relationship, like, I didn't see, when it came to him, none of her actions towards him for me as a viewer pointed to where he would have doubts as far as like, does she want to be with him? I don't know. It just confused me a little bit.
Because some of her actions were, do you want to be with me or do you just not want to be alone?
Okay. I don't know. I just didn't get it when he asked her that. I just didn't feel like I had enough examples of her actions with him. I
had enough examples. I've seen all of them.
Like if Issa said it, it would have made sense for me because Issa knows so much more about her and her
not wanting to hang out with his brother and his sister-in-law. Her sister-in-law? Whatever.
Yeah.
At the vacation. Not being willing to compromise even on food when they got taken out.
You ain't got to tell me all those examples. I understand why he wants to dump her. There's a whole list. Bye, bitch. I can't deal with someone who is not willing to compromise.
Yeah.
So I don't blame Andrew for breaking up with her. But I guess, I don't know, because she was struggling to answer that question. She was struggling when he was like, you know, like, what are you fighting for? Do you even want this? And she was crying and she couldn't even answer. So I don't know. Molly's going to be single next season. I don't even think she's going to date anybody next season. I think she's going to be like 100% single. Like, I feel like next season is going to be Molly really... Sorry, y'all. That's a helicopter above me, if y'all hear that. But I think next season, Molly is going to be 100% single and, like, on her therapy shit and, like, working through her shit. Because, like, this is her. She's never had, like, a super awakening like right now. Like, this is the ultimate one. This is the ultimate one for her. This is rock bottom, if you will. Her version of rock bottom. This is it for her. So I don't even think she's gonna have a love interest next season. I think it's gonna be all Molly.
I mean, if she does, it's gonna be the end.
Huh?
If she does, it's gonna be the end. And if they just want to be like funny about it, it'll be Torian.
Not Torian. That would be a joke and a half. Not
Torian. Let that man live.
What did they call him at that when they were? Listen, I'm not. Goodbye, Torian. I'm not. That shit was funny. You are a mess. That would be hilarious. Oh God. Why does that make me laugh so much? But I'm sorry. I'm upset. I don't want Andrew to go. I'm gonna miss him on my screen every week. Okay.
I follow him on Instagram. He is
adorable. I do, but I don't want him off the show, man. Ugh, damn it, Molly. F that up. So, let's get on to Tiffany, honey. Get on to Tiffany and this postpartum depression, which I appreciate them putting this in the show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they've touched on mental health, in the Black community. Postpartum is not something people, period, want to talk about. Women want to talk about.
Yeah,
they also don't show how it affects even your significant other. You know, when Tiffany's husband was on the bus, he's like, I knew something was wrong. He's just like, I just didn't know how to fix it. And then, or how to even address it to fix it.
Yeah.
Or how bad it was. And then I appreciate that they acknowledge bipolar disorder.
With Nathan, yep.
Nathan. And, you know, Molly has been going to therapy for quite some time. Kind of. She's been for like 2 seasons. It was
a couple sessions, and then she never went back. It was like 1 or 2 sessions. I think 2 sessions she did. The first session she was super standoffish. The second session she actually was talking. but I think the therapist was getting too real with her, and Molly was like, okay, I'm done. And yeah, it was literally two sessions. And then this season, when he called her and was like, I think I'm ready for a session, that was her first time going back in like whatever amount of time it was. It was a long time. That was her first time going back.
Oh, I thought Molly had been, I know that she had stopped going for a while, but I thought Molly, I felt like Molly had been going.
I only remember this so vividly because I recently went back and rewatched the first 2 seasons, and I think I watched a little bit of season 3, but I watched the first 2 seasons like a month ago.
Okay.
But yeah, Tiffany, I felt first of all, I love Derek. I don't know the actor's real name in real life, but I really like him. I like his character. I felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad because he was aware. Like you said, he was aware that things were going on. But because he said like, you know, I would try to help by like keeping the baby and doing this or doing that. So I felt really bad. Like, it's like he's trying, and he seems like a really committed husband. You know what I mean? Like, he was trying to be as helpful as he could be. It sucks because when you notice things like that, like in his mind, he was like, you know, I tried to keep the baby, you know, and let her do her own thing, or like give her breaks or do this. Like, so it wasn't like he wasn't being a committed partner or a team player, but still, you know, he wanted to help. He just, you know, it sucks.
It's uncharted territory for both of them.
Yeah.
You know, they have a new baby. They have to reestablish how they communicate.
Yeah.
They have to decide what's good for the baby and what's good for them second. And then, you know, Tiffany wanted this. Tiffany and Derek were flashy, the couple that's like, we are your goals.
Remember, Derek did bring up to Lawrence, it was kind of like an act. It was, I hate to say accident, but it was an accident.
The baby? Yes.
Yeah.
A happy accident.
A happy accident,
but you know.
Yeah.
So it's that's their way of shattering. They have to see what that looks like for them.
Can we just talk about how funny Kelly is? And I forget her first name. Oh my gosh, I follow her on Instagram. I forget her name.
Natasha Rothwell.
Natasha, what was it?
Rothwell?
Her. Hilarious. Like, even in a serious moment, she was still having me. I just love her. I love that camera time this season.
If you have a chance to, you should watch Jamila Hill. Okay. Jamel Hill's Unbothered. Interview with her. I'm so mad. I want to make sure. And her interview with her is amazing. She was a comedy writer on Saturday Night Live for a little while.
I think I saw.
But she's hilarious. She's a great performer.
I love her.
Right.
I love her.
All the way. It made me want to go back to watching the Coachella episode so I can see her get tased.
Yeah. That was one of the best episodes. Oh my gosh. She said, I've been tased before.
I'll do it again. I also, I just spit. I appreciate the copying, like, not today, not me.
Listen, and I know the writers looking back were like, damn, what a ironic timing for them. The timing of the whole police thing and everything happening right now in the country. But that shit was funny. He was like, oh, y'all not going to get me today. Nope. Y'all have a good night. Have a good night. Bye.
Not today.
Not today. That whole scene was like, oh my gosh.
That was great.
So during that episode, and actually during that exchange on the bus, when when Issa and Molly were trying to comfort Derek.
Mm-hmm.
There was throughout the episodes, there were a lot of throughout this episode, sorry, there was a lot of little moments where the characters are talking about something, but it almost seemed like it applies to Molly and Issa's relationship. Like, so when Issa was comforting Derek, Molly it looked like Molly was kind of thinking about maybe her own friendship with Issa, just certain things that Issa was saying when she said, no one's perfect. We're all just trying to figure it out. And you did the best you could. And just, I don't know. It looked like Molly was processing that and like taking it in. And
definitely. There's definitely a disconnect in their friendship. This was that season to show there's a disconnect between all of them, really.
Yeah.
All your friends, your 3 closest friends did not realize that you were struggling.
Yeah.
And you did a good enough job of hiding your struggle from them, your husband, and everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And, with Molly and Issa, Molly's been struggling for a while. But since Molly doesn't struggle outwardly, it gets less attention than like Issa's outward.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like that stupid saying, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Mm.
If Issa needs help, Issa is clearly in need of help.
Yeah.
Molly needs help. It's like Molly, just kind of suffers in silence. Sort of. And then she just like lashes out, which makes me very angry.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
So that's what I think.
So the ending with Molly and Issa meeting up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very profound.
Mm-hmm.
Molly reached out first, but she never does. Molly reached out, and they met up at the Ethiopian restaurant, which I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a good place to go. It's a good restaurant.
Have you been?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! So it's a real restaurant.
Yeah, it's real.
Because sometimes, okay, guys, Kirsten lives in LA. For those who don't know,
no, I don't. You don't know.
What?
No, I don't. You don't know where I live.
Okay, Los Angeles is a huge place, Kirsten, but okay. When you're watching the show, sometimes you can't tell if, like, it's a real restaurant or if they just use that space to shoot. You know what I mean?
Yes. They do a good job of blending.
Yeah, that's dope. What did you think about that? The meeting up? And
I think there's a lot of things that need to be said. Whether they continue to be as close friends as they once were is one thing, but at least they got to say, I love you, I respect you, and I want to speak to you.
Yeah.
And they can try and move from there. I think that was a good step.
Yeah, I loved it. A part of me, as much as I love that scene, a part of me is like, have my eyebrow raised because I'm like, okay, Molly, did you just reach out to her because Andrew dumped you? Or would you have reached out regardless?
I think she was starting to feel like she should reach out on the bus.
On the bus? When they were on the bus? Yeah, I can believe that.
But I think Andrew leaving her gave her that push. Because now they're both back to square one with relationship-wise, but now they're both top of their game career-wise. So now they're on a level playing field. Before, Issa was always a little behind.
Yeah. Now, you're right. Well, that's a good point. It's a very good point.
Next season, I think they're gonna resurface Daniel.
Daniel?
I think they brought him back.
I always felt like, I don't know, when they...
I mean, LA is huge, so they don't need to recycle Issa's boyfriends.
I really like Daniel. I actually feel like he got a short end of the stick.
Okay.
When it comes to him and Issa, because I don't know. I have to go back and
it goes to not every relationship needs to be explored further.
No, it doesn't.
That's just
my issue that I take. One of the issues I take with how Issa kind of treated Daniel, and I'm talking about really. I mean, both times she kind of treated him badly, but I'm talking about the second time around when she was sleeping over at his place. And now at first, I think if my memory is correct, he was being an asshole to her at first, but whatever. They became cool again. They were actually sleeping with each other, and then like. I forget what happened, but she started to treat him bad, and then it was like she moved out, and it just seemed so permanent. My issue is you could forgive Nathan before she knew about his mental health issues. She could forgive Nathan, and you knew Nathan for 2.5 seconds, but someone like Daniel, who was not a bad guy, wasn't a bad person, did not screw Issa over. You couldn't just be like, you know, hey, we tried, it's not working out, let's just be cool. Like, it just seems so permanent. And with Daniel, I didn't get that. I just didn't feel like he deserved that.
He might not deserved it, but I think she was just in a different place in her life.
Oh, yeah.
With Nathan, I think she was able to hear more of Nathan's flaws and be more understanding, because her and Nathan don't have a history like her and Daniel. Daniel, she built up on a pedestal so high.
True.
That all you have to do is fall down.
Yeah.
Nathan is just kind of like, I met you, you were fun, I liked you, we were starting to get somewhere, and then you disappeared. What the hell? Are we starting? Are we not starting? Oh, we're not starting. Okay, we're not starting because I'm getting back with my ex. I think Nathan got more of a benefit of the doubt because they didn't have the history they had. Issa needed a buffer between her and Lawrence. Needed like a, what's it called? Rebound. That's the word I wanted. Rebound. Daniel was
kind of her rebound, technically. Yeah.
Daniel was like a what could we have been rebound.
Yeah.
And it's good that she didn't continue with Daniel, because then she just would have jumped from relationship to relationship to relationship. She never would have gotten any growth.
Ding, 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 ding.
You know, I'm all about the growth, girl. All about the growth.
Yeah. Daniel, I wonder where he is.
Being attractive.
Why listen, these men are insecure, just too fine.
Casting.
Woo! Bravo. Casting. Bravo. They all fine. Like, I want all of them. They're all fine to me. Derek is fine.
Okay.
Lawrence is fine.
Yes.
The other light-skinned friend of theirs, I forget his name, but he is hilarious, and I think he's very attractive. Daniel's attractive. I mean, just all the leading men. Andrew, Asian Bay. I want them all.
Yeah. No. Nathan. Thank you.
Forget.
You know what? And I'll even go as far as to say, TSA Bay was still cute. I'm not mad at him.
He was so damn goofy, silly.
I'm trying to drink my water. Shut up. I'm not mad. Look, he served a purpose, but there's got to be something to be said about men that can make a joke, okay?
He would be I don't know, but he'd be a good friend and a possible F buddy, which that's what he was.
That's it. But he served his purpose.
He served his purpose.
Sometimes you just gotta say to yourself,
"Well, funny."
serve? And how are you going to better yourself? How are you going to better me right now? How am I going to better you? And then can we go our separate ways?
Oh my gosh, I am done. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm like depressed because Insecure's over, and
Over the season 5, but
it's over. COVID. I don't even know when they're going to be able to film. Like, if we're lucky, we'll get it next year. That is pure luck. We have no idea how this thing's going to go. Filming has been like stopped for so many. I mean, fall and winter are going to be some lonely months on TV.
Not necessarily. It just means that I think Hollywood's going to do shorter film days, shorter times of shooting to make things go faster. Editing than everything else.
But fall TV, that stuff would have already been taped. Like, we're in June right now.
Fair.
Well, fall, yeah, because fall stuff premieres.
There's so much content on Hulu, Netflix.
Oh, that's true. That's
Stars. They've got shows for years. They're just sitting on shelves. So we're fine.
If you say so, my friend. I hope so.
I do say so.
But if we're lucky, Insecure will get it. Ugh. Next year, a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can do it.
It happens. But hey, I got to get going.
All right. Yep. It's been a great season. The finale was great. We enjoyed it. Kirsten, thank you for hopping on and having this chit chat with me.
Thank you.
And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.